Hello and welcome to my channel, My Garden, My Passion. Today I want to show you my vertical garden. This is a small vertical garden. You can consider it as a 3 by 4 panel in the sense there are 3 rows and 4 pots in each one. This is a small vertical garden suitable for small houses and small walls. In fact, the vertical gardens became popular because of the constraint of space in urban areas. Though space is not a major concern for me, I have used this vertical garden just as a feature in my garden, and it looks beautiful with the hanging plants. Mine is a small vertical garden, but here I am showing you a picture of the vertical garden in the Bangalore International Airport, and you can see a variety of plants in that. There are syngoniums, there are dracaenas, there are philodendrons, and many more plants that are compactly arranged. Again, you can see dracaenas and even syngoniums are there. You can see literal wall of it in the airport. The wall in the international airport, and you can see the monsteras, you can see peperomias, the asparagus, the dracaenas, and the philodendrons, dracaenas again, and even grasses. So it's a beautiful wall here. But these gardens in public places like the airports or below the flyovers or even large institutions are difficult to manage for home gardeners. So these are beautiful to see them there, and I will show you how I manage my small vertical garden. So if you want to have a vertical garden in your house, the most important thing is the aspect of the wall on which you want to have your plants. By aspect we mean the light and sunlight it will be receiving, how much of sunlight, how strong the sunlight, and how long the wall receives sunlight. So based on that we have to have the plants. For example, if you have a sunny wall, then you can have plants like the asparagus or plants like this portulaca, which are flowering, which require a lot of sun, and even the jade plant. You can have jades also in your this. So you can have flowing plants or you can have bushy vertical plants. So here I have some plants which are flowing. This is the creeping Charlie. This is the inch plant, this is the baby tears, and I have multiple of the same ones. So once you decide on where you want to have your vertical garden, then you decide on the plants. Many times it also happens trial and error method. I have also done that. So I will show you my vertical garden and how I have managed that vertical garden by using plants suited to the wall on which I am growing them. This structure of mine is in a west facing window. West facing normally gets a lot of sunlight, but I do not get that because we have big trees which give the shade, and there's also a building there which creates a shady effect, and sunlight reaches this wall only after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not much sunny, and I have chosen plants suited to this particular wall. I have found a way of maintaining my plants which I find easy. Hope the tips will help you also to have your vertical garden. See, I have used this pot in pot method. So these are the pots that come along with the structure. I have not planted directly in the pots, but I have placed some other pots inside so that you can replace them as and when they either outgrow or dry up or they need to be changed. What happens in big vertical gardens like in the airports, there is constant monitoring and there are people to do it, and the whole setup is changed once in 15 to 20 days. So you see that the plants are always looking very healthy. That cannot happen at homes. So I have used this method, and I have used these small pots. They are 4-inch pots, and sometimes I have also used these containers, curd containers. I try to recycle as much as possible, especially the plastics. I console myself that at least to that extent I am recycling them. So here I have these containers. They are fitting well into these pots, and I keep changing them. Right now I have these pothos. It has grown so long, you can see the length of the pothos that has grown here, and I can cut it and make it bushy. Some I have maintained as bushy, but I like the trailing plants. So all the three of them are trailing. You can have upright plants, like I showed you the what is that, jade plant you can have. Then you can have the bushy asparagus, and then you can have one trailing plant. Here I have all three trailing plants which are sort of overlapping one another. This is the pothos, this is the baby tears. It has grown healthy, and when it starts looking sick, sometimes due to overwatering, and what happens at times, the soil settles here at the bottom of these holes that you can see in the pots, and it gets blocked. So when help is watering your plants, they may not realize them and keep watering it, and the water collects inside. So you have to check once in a way to see that the holes are not blocked, clean them up and put it. So even if you overwater, it will always flow out. Coming back to the plants I have, this is the creeping Charlie that I have. This is also very easy to maintain plant. All of them are easy to maintain plants. It is difficult for us to maintain those plants like anthuriums which are used in airports. So you can have plants of your choice, and it's always a trial and error method on which plants to use. And I like this method of pot in pot because it becomes easy to manage, and moreover my structure is very small. Like I said, it is a 3x4 structure. You can have bigger ones also. So for me, the only greatest advantage is it looks beautiful, but when the whole wall is covered with plants, it can keep your wall cool because of the constant watering and the moisture and humidity that is maintained among the plants. I hope you like this video and my method of maintaining this small structure. If you have liked the video, please subscribe and watch out for other videos on similar topics.